And it's Ken Sterling, the captain of the New Zealand side, to put the ball in. Australian ball, Strudwick. And caught by Eade, losing the ball in the tackle, the knock-on to be played. And Sterling, New Zealand ball, over the halfway mark. And this is a high tackle in by the Australian lock. A good run for Sterling. Cover coming across, but Sterling should score in the corner. The first try to New Zealand, and Australia leads 23-3.
Well, a great try by Sterling. He's been New Zealand's best player the whole match. He's broken from the scrum 3 or 4 times. The Australian defender tried to go head high at Sterling, missed, and Australia paid the penalty by the New Zealand try. This is a magnificent try by a good halfback. Now, the scrum's packing down there. Sterling is number 7. New Zealand, he's putting the ball in. The ball comes out cleanly. Away goes Sterling. Now watch for this head-high tackle that misses. There it is, and Sterling ducks underneath it and has to outstrip the defence in a great effort to a grand halfback. Good try by Sterling for New Zealand.
And it's a 10-metre scrum out from the Australian line.
Feet up in the scrum signifies the referee. The referee is reputedly speaks no English, but he's certainly making himself well understood today by the players and also the crowd here.
And Sterling takes the tap, and that's the second row of Baxendale. 9 metres out from the line. Orchard tries to force his way through. Winger. Conroy's there this time, onto the 5'8" Williams, and decides to go around himself, and nearly got through. Tackled by Sate. Sate was the player over the top. And dummies on everywhere, but he goes himself, Conroy. 5 metres out from the Australian line as Randall is pushed away, and that's Sterling, and the centre comes through, and racing through now comes the front row forward onto Whittaker, and Whittaker scores the second New Zealand try. Australia leading by 28 points to 6.
Well, now New Zealand handled well there. Good play by West, the big front row, handled the ball that came from Sterling once again, and finally it was Whittaker who finished the movement off. And pity for New Zealand, they hadn't handled like this in the first half. Well, here it is now, again, the try. The New Zealand have been pounding the Australian line here. The Australian defence has been holding well as the hooker Conroy went across there trying to score. Now they're waiting for the Hibs to take the ball out. There's Australian a bit slow. But this time, by the way, the Australian backs are sneaking up behind the referee's back, but Sterling it is. There goes the pass. The other centre up beside him, puts Big West through. On it goes to Whittaker, and Whittaker who goes in and scores. Good play by the back. So Sullivan was the centre there who joined in the movement as well.
What a great start for England in this second half. Millwall going to try on his own, and into dead done a try. Got the ball. John Smith. I think he was so surprised he almost knocked it on and went the wrong way. Peter Gurney. Jarvis. Dickinson playing centre, and they're in for a try. Tony Gordon. Big, strong Tony Gordon there. He's built like a little battleship. England are really flowing with their ball passing now, and in a happy position to do so with such a lot of scrums. Millwall trying to make the break on his own, turning it into Gill as a superb footballer does to make a hat-trick for Kenny Gill. And what a lovely try, but brilliant work by Millward. Norton, who is the player of the match, but plays on, and the timekeeper is at his post, ready to press the button. Could be a try for New Zealand, and it is to finish the game. John Smith, who went scrum half after Sterling was injured. Peter Banner, the bigger chance for John Smith. A chance for Tony Cole, and Tony Cole inches, certainly inches, not a yard out. Last desperate bid by the Kiwis into injury time. Just taken by his collar And this last grandstand bid by New Zealand is a brave one. It's a try by John Greengrass. Well, I think it sent somebody off. Jim Mills has been sent off. Jim Mills has been sent off. There is number 8, Jim Mills, being sent off, and I think it's Greengrass who scored the try, who is injured. The score, there it is. Let's have a look at this situation. Fred Acquar admitted, and then comes this big, strong, burly John Greengrass, number 10. Oh dear. And immediately John Mills couldn't see that replay, but he will certainly look back, and off he goes, Greengrass. Great, good try. Greengrass goes off, but Mills goes for the early bath, with Gordon with a chance to make it 25-24. 22 at the moment, 25-22. And off we go. New Zealand have been very unlucky with injuries today. Jarvis taken off on a stretcher, and Greengrass now going off, and Collicoat off, and Gordon to kick. 25-24, but I don't think there's going to be time.
Ken Sterling. Bob Jarvis. Taken there by John Walsh and Ken Gill. Jarvis out to Dennis Williams. Steve Nash doing more tackling. Number 10 for New Zealand is Dane Sorensen. The big 19-year-old prop. Plays it back to Greengrass. Working through. Number 11 was George Nicol. This is Tommy Conroy. Williams with the heist to the high changer again. This is going to put pressure on Fairbairn. That's a fine try by Dennis Williams for New Zealand, as he followed up, and the Englishmen were bemused, and they weren't able to work out just where the ball was going. Dennis Williams hoists the high ball. Now, watch Fairbairn and the other Englishmen in their own in-goal area, in the goal zone, as John Greengrass moves up. And coming across now is Dennis Williams, and touches down for a try for New Zealand. Dane Sorensen for the conversion. It's 5-0 to New Zealand after 8 minutes of play. Murray. Dane Sorensen. Dennis Williams hoists a high changer. Puts more pressure on Atkinson and Fielding. That's a fine try by Tommy Conroy. Great following up. Dennis Williams moving over the quarter line, hoists another high ball, as he did so successfully against France, and we saw it earlier today. Confusion reigning for Atkinson and Bridges, and Tommy Conroy getting there to score the second try for New Zealand. Bridges. The West Coast second row of Baxendale flying in there. 1 over, 1 under. That's the tactics of the New Zealand defence. Chisnell not too happy about it either. There's the high ball. The reversal tactics of Dennis Williams. That's a fine try by the Englishman. Right under the posts. George Fairbairn. The hoist there from George Nichols, right under the New Zealand post. Whittaker looked uncertain. Bridges moving out of the way for Fairbairn to score.
Had enough ball to score 20 tries. Had enough ball to score
Fullback
20
now
tries.
attempting to convert the try. Successfully converted. It's 10 points to 7 with 5 minutes to go. Steve Nash. Ken Sterling, his opposing scrum half, just finishing off the tackling arrangements. Steve Norton out to John Walsh. There's some great passing by the English. It's a great move by Dill. Atkinson going for the line. A great try. Moving across, Walsh moved right out, and we could see Les Dill. We've been waiting all afternoon to see the brilliance of this English player as he moves back inside, and Atkinson puts on the speed as he goes over the quarter line, and Orchard, in a valiant attempt but a vain one, was too late, and Atkinson touches down. Free kick to be taken by Dennis Williams on the halfway line. Not going to find touch. Fairbairn and Atkinson. A bad error by both of the English wing and English fullback, both running in together. So that certainly turned out to New Zealand's advantage. It's a free kick to New Zealand. Penalty kick then to be taken by Dane Sorensen. That's a fine kick by the 19-year-old Aucklander. The scores are tied at 12-all with 20 minutes to go. Sterling, in goes the ball. He's got possession. Like a twisting, turning salmon, he makes a difficult target to tackle. Here's Williams. Whittaker chimes into the line. Murray Eade. Tony Cole, second rower from the coast. And there's his teammate Baxendale. Dennis Williams, the high changer. Fairbairn and Atkinson again. Orchard out to Williams. And Fairbairn has missed it. What a great effort. Dennis Williams. Again hoisting the high changer that we've seen so successful this afternoon, puts the pressure on John Atkinson, the winger, number 5, and George Fairbairn, the fullback. Again, they weren't quite sure what they were doing. And there, Orchard pushes it out to Dennis Williams, who hoists his left arm with exultation as he goes over to score a great try. Dennis Williams' second try today. Dane Sorensen attempting to convert. New Zealand have the 5-point advantage. It's 17-12 after the tension of the last 10 minutes when it's been tied at 12-all. Securely taken by Bob Jarvis and John O'Sullivan. The burst by Cookson for England. An error by the England side, tidied up by Fielding, with Fairbairn coming in and hoisting high on the 5th tackle. Whittaker to take it and misses it. Nash. That's a great try by England. We can see that the England side hoists the ball high by Fairbairn. Whittaker comes in to take it, uncertain. Nash moves across. Moving out there is Dill. As he goes across for a great try.
Dennis, what about rallying your fellas?
Well, New Zealand lead by 2 points. George Fairbairn, it would be a long time since he's had such an important kick as this. Because if he gets it, he'll close the 2-point advantage that the Kiwis hold over the England side. That's a fine effort by George Fairbairn. 7 points to go, 7 minutes to go, and it's 17 all.
Will Francis. Already something to soften up. That's Tony Cole from the West Coast. Cal Coswell, vice captain. Coslet taking the kick. David Watkins, rather. Up to Wonbo, taken in a hard tackle there by Cole and Baxendale and Lindsay Proctor. That's Tony Fisher, the hooker, playing as dummy half. Number 11's Johnny Mantle. Going to scrum it midway between the New Zealand quarter line. There's the tough front row from Wales. We can see them. Ken Sterling puts the ball in. Coming out the New Zealand line. O'Sullivan. Offside there. This kick will be taken about 40 metres out. It's quite a long kick. It will be taken by Warren Colicote, playing today in his 10th international. He's around the corner kicker.
It's actually going on here.
You can see there how long the kick is for Warren Colicote. That's a fine kick by Warren Colicote, 40 metres. It's 2-0 to New Zealand after 2 minutes. He'll inspire them. That's the captain for New Zealand. Out to Sorensen, out to Jarvis, back into the big policeman Proctor, but he won't get through Jim Mills like that. And Fisher, Jarvis dummy half, out to Murray Eade. Here comes Conroy. Taken in a heavy tackle there by Johnny Mantle. Baxendale, Dennis Williams, Sterling, onto O'Sullivan. Here comes Orchard, getting up her speed, over the corner line. Jeff Francis to beat. What a magnificent tackle by Bill Francis. Here comes Orchard now. Look at him getting up speed and attempting to meet Bill Francis. But Francis, you can see him coming back now, and he changes direction and really comes right under Orchard, with Banner moving back there to cover. Back live. It is just 5 metres out from the goal line. Banner puts it in. It's a penalty to New Zealand. Referee Briere not happy with the way Banner was putting the ball in. That line you can see is the Welsh quarter line. Grand start by the New Zealanders so far. Nearly 12 minutes gone. That's a fine round-the-corner kick by Warren Colacote. It's 4-0 to New Zealand. Number 11 is Mantle, one of the great athletes in the Welsh side. Coslett. This is Colacote. Sullivan. Colacote. Taken by David Watkins. Colacote not happy by that, and David Watkins can handle it. And referee Briere has penalised captain David Watkins. Here it is coming up now. Yes, we can see that David Watkins just had a little bit of the old professional technique there, and Colacote will attempt his third straight successive penalty. 16 minutes gone. It is 4-0 to New Zealand. Well, so far the New Zealanders, much smaller men and a lot younger, are containing these big, powerful Welsh forwards. When we think of Bobby Wonbone, who's 6'1", Johnny Mantle, 6'2", 33 years of age, and of course led by, there's John Mantle now, one of the great athletes. He went on the 1964 tour to South Africa with the British Lions. He's been capped 3 times. Accuracy personified. 3 in a row for Warren Colacote. It's 6-0 to New Zealand. That is the New Zealand quarter line, so they're in the Welsh scoring zone right now. Sterling. Jarvis. Referee Briere not happy with the way the ball was put in, so they'll try it again. Peter Banner has the ball. Possession for Wales. This will be danger for New Zealand. Dixon. Willicum back to Treasure. Misses out David Watkins. Here's Sullivan. Taken by O'Sullivan and Monroe. Treasure. Coslett. Bill Francis. What a great break by Francis. 10 metres to go. That's a magnificent try. We see here, it comes out to Treasure, moves out to Francis, and one of the great attacking fullbacks in World Rugby League, Bill Francis, gets up speed, 20 metres out, and 10 metres out, Sterling tries to stop it, as indeed so did Sorensen, but it was too late. A valiant effort, but in vain. Broke his leg, and then he turned to loose forward, and he's played there ever since. And he's the most successful kicking forward in World Rugby League. This is Cal Coslett. He misses. So the score stays then at 24 minutes gone at 6 to New Zealand, 3 to Wales. As they're 15 metres out from the Welsh goal line. "34 minutes gone, 6 to play in the first half. Mantle, Dixon. Look at the power of that big man. Back to Peter Banner. Coslett. Wonbone. Williamson, Jarvis, and Jarvis takes possession for New Zealand. It's not like such an experienced man as Wonbone to lose it, but he has. A penalty against David Treasure because he is too close. And Johnny Mantle and Wonbone are talking to referee Briere, but he's not standing up. And the pack terraces here are certainly happy with the Australians referee's decision. Warren Colacote to kick the ball. The delicate measure of this man, a relatively easily kicked for the round the corner kicker. It suits his angle and style. You can see it. 4 out of 5 to Warren Colacote. It's 8 points to 3, 5 minutes to play in the first half. David Watkins taking the kick. David Watkins actually holds a world record of 221 goals in one season. But with Coslett taking most of the kicks, Watkins just takes the Fisher. One bon. Baxendale and Cole. And Tom Conroy. Banner, Coslett. Dixon on the burst, over the corner line, New Zealand. Taken desperately there by Warren Colacote. Here's Jim Mills. That's a fine try to Wales. Started from the planned break of Dixon as he plays the ball back. It's passed from Treasure out to Jim Mills, 6'4", 17 stone, and he just pushes aside Jarvis Colacote and touches down for Wales. A grand try in the 5th minute of the second half. It's New Zealand 8, Wales 6. And David Watkins is sharing the kicking today with Kel Coslett, who could tie the score if this kick is successful. Watkins has tied the score. It's 8-all. Watkins last year with the Great Britain side, they thought that he had a ligament problem and he was going to have it removed from his leg, and when he got back they found that he had broken his leg. New Zealand 8, Wales 8. That kick for David Watkins now places him 3 points short of Lewis Jones's world record score. Restart for New Zealand, taken by Banner.